everything in the world of entertainment, from movies, music, pop culture, you name it. If you're listening, thank you so much for listening. And since this is the first episode of 2018, I just want to take a moment to say Happy New Year. And I am planning on doing another episode all in the same day, so depending on which one I get up first. So I just wanted to say that real quick. Happy New Year. And I am your host, Bradford Lassiter. Now, this I would consider, a little Lassiter Factor exclusive, because the nominees for the 2018 Oscars just dropped. And I really wanted to get my thoughts on some of them. Now, to be clear, there's a whole rack of movies within the nominees that I have not seen. Like, I haven't seen Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, The Shape of Water, Three Billboards. There's a lot of them, but I do want to give my thoughts out on some of them, whether I've seen them or not. And now that some of the nominees in particular, since they are nominated, now that just gets me motivated even more to go find them and go see them. Like, specifically Shape of Water. Like, I have yet to go see that. So let's get into the nominees of the 2018 Academy Awards. Now, so first off, I'm just going by the list from going up to down. So first on the list we have Best Picture, and for Best Picture we have Call Me By Your Name, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Get Out, Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, The Post, Shape of Water, and Three Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. Now, I will let you know that I have only 2 out of the, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only 9. They're just doing this again. Last year they had 9 nominations and they couldn't have gone up to 10 and given it one more, but hey, it's whatever. But anyway, so we have 9 nominees, and out of those 9, I've only seen 2 of them, and that would be Get Out. Anyone that's been following my channel for a while, if you see my review of that movie and listen to the last 2 episodes of this podcast, you know how much I love Get Out. I have seen Dunkirk fairly recently. I didn't see it in the theaters, but I watched it when it came out when it was available for digital download, and I'll say wasn't a huge fan of it. Now, that's mainly because I'm not a huge fan of war films, but I do recognize that the film was good and that it had its bright spots and had its low spots, but wasn't even a huge fan. I do like Christopher Nolan. Like, I like the Dark Knight trilogy and even Interstellar. I love Inception, but Dunkirk, not particularly one of his best. But hey, I do recognize that film has an audience and people do like it, so I guess. So yeah, you know how much I like Get Out. I'm hearing a lot of good things about Lady Bird, and I didn't hear about this film until last month, December. So whenever that film is available anywhere, I will find that movie. I think The Shape of Water is still in theaters, so now that this film is getting a lot of Oscar attention, yeah, I'm definitely gonna go out to go see that. The Darkest Hour, which has Gary Oldman, about Winston Churchill, right? I guess I'll find a way to go see that. Call Me By Your Name. I'm hearing a lot of good things about it, but I'll probably and please don't take this the wrong way. So take this with a grain of salt, but I'll probably end up never seeing that movie, given the subject matter in the film. So it's just one of those films that are like, I'll see when I see it. Though I do like Moonlight, though. So I thought that film was good. Especially what happened to that film last year. Cough, cough, La La Land. But anyways, that's neither here or there. So Three Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. That movie's still out in theaters somewhere. I'll find a way to go see that, because I am interested in seeing that and seeing how it's really getting a lot of Oscar attention. I'll definitely see that. So that's my thoughts on Best Picture. I really would have loved to see Logan in there, especially since they have 9 and they could have added a 10th in there, but it is what it is. So Best Director, we have Christopher Nolan for Dunkirk, Jordan Peele for Get Out, Greta Gerwig for Lady Bird, Paul Thomas Anderson for Phantom Thread, and Guillermo del Toro for Shape of Water. For this, I think it will either go to Christopher Nolan, because everybody loves Christopher Nolan, or Jordan Peele or Guillermo del Toro. If either Peele or del Toro win, it'll be a win, a fairly significant win. I haven't seen Lady Bird again, so I can't really get my full thoughts on the direction of that film, as well as Phantom Thread. And I do know that Phantom Thread is what's his name, Daniel Day-Lewis, Double D Lewis, that is his last film, supposedly. So, but to be honest, I've never really been quite a huge fan of Daniel Day-Lewis, and it's nothing against him. I think he's a great actor. It's just he hasn't made movies that I really wanted to see. So, but I do love him in There Will Be Blood and Gangs of New York. I do love him in those films. So I think it'll either go to Jordan Peele, Del Toro, or maybe Christopher Nolan for Best Director. But to go back to Best Picture real quick, I say Best Picture, at least in my opinion, I hope it's Get Out, and if not, then I guess Shape of Water or Three Billboards. Maybe Dunkirk. Who knows? And now we go to Best Actor, which we have Timothy Chalamet for Call Me By Your Name, Daniel Day-Lewis for Phantom Thread, Daniel Kaluuya for Get Out, Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour, Denzel Washington for Roman J. Esquire. Well, Denzel Washington can do no wrong. He's one of my favorite actors, but I haven't seen Roman J, so who knows? Again, I haven't seen Call Me By Your Name, so I can't really judge that. Double D. Lewis, if he wins, it's only because, it's his last film, so. But, he has plenty of, every time he's been in a movie, the Academy gives him an award because he's just that good of an actor. And he's a pretty good method actor, so I can respect him for that. If Daniel Kaluuya wins for Get Out, hey, that will make my heart sing. Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour, I haven't seen that film, but, if he wins for that film, I guess it'll just be the Academy giving him an award for Lost Times because Gary Oldman, he has yet to win an Academy Award, and he's been in the business for how long? Come on. But I think you'll either go to W. D. Lewis or Daniel Kaluuya, in my opinion. Or Gary Oldman. So, it's really anyone's game, in my opinion, at least as far as that category goes. Best Supporting Actress. We have Mary J. Blige for Mudbound. Allison Janney for I, Tonya. Leslie Manville for Phantom Thread. Laurie Metcalf for Lady Bird. Octavia Spencer for Shape of Water. Octavia Spencer, she's an Academy darling ever since she won Best Supporting Actress for The Help, which I did love her in. I thought it was well deserved, I haven't seen Shape of Water, so I can't really tell. But the Academy loves Octavia Spencer, especially after last year when they gave her an Oscar nomination for Hidden Figures, where she, as much as I liked her in that film, I really felt like Taraji Henson deserved more Oscar attention for Hidden Figures than she did. So, Mudbound, I see it on Netflix, but I haven't watched it yet, and it's just one of those movies where I see when I see. But now that Mudbound is getting a lot of attention, I'm like, okay, maybe I should watch that. Especially for Mary J. Blige, that's really fascinating. Most of these I haven't seen it, like Allison Janney and I, Tonya, and given the subject matter of I, Tonya, I had to look up that movie and what it's about, and I'm like, okay, I'm really interested in seeing that. So. But I haven't seen any of these movies, but as far as I'm concerned, this looks like it could be anyone's game as far as that category goes. Best Supporting Actor. We have Willem Dafoe for The Florida Project, Woody Harrelson for Three Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. Oh, excuse me. Richard Jenkins for The Shape of Water, Christopher Plummer for All the Money in the World, Sam Rockwell for Three Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. So, three supporting actors outside of three supporting actors for Three Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. Yeah, I haven't seen, and again, like I really was getting when I said I haven't seen most of these films. So, as far as I'm concerned, it could be anyone's game. But based off of what I've seen and heard of, Christopher Plummer, who replaced the actor that shall not be named, cough cough, Kevin Spacey, in All the Money in the World, which was a ballsy move for them to just switch up like that in weeks before the movie comes out. But I applaud Ridley Scott for doing that. So, all right, on to the next one. And hold on, I think I'm missing one. I think I skipped one. Best Actor. Hold on. Okay, Best Actress. I'm sorry. Sally Hawkins for The Shape of Water. Frances McDormand for Three Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. Margot Robbie for I, Tonya. Lady Bird, Saoirse Ronan. Meryl Streep for The Post. Well, the Academy loves the street monster, The Academy loves to give her an award every time she wakes up in the morning and gets in front of a camera. I'm like, come on, But I think this is actually going to go to Sally Hawkins because I haven't seen Shape of Water, but I'm hearing that her character is mute. And so it's a very physical performance that she had to convey a lot without saying anything. So I think she'll probably win, either her or Frances McDormand, because I heard that her character in that film is just very complex, or even Margot Robbie for I, Tonya. So I think the three standouts would be Sally Hawkins, Frances McDormand, or Margot Robbie. One of them three will win. My money's on that. That's something I know for sure. All right, now we're done with the actor categories. Excuse me while I take a drink real quick. Okay, Best Original Screenplay. The Big Sick, Get Out, Lady Bird, The Shape of Water, and Three Billboards. For this one, I think it's either going to go to Get Out, I hope it's Get Out, or Lady Bird, Shape of Water, Three Billboards. You know what? Honestly, for best original screenplay, this could be anybody's game. But The Big Sick, I heard about it over the summer and didn't really pay too much attention about it, but I'm hearing a lot of good things about it, so it was like, okay, maybe I do need to see that, so I'll probably watch that. Let's see. Yeah, for best original screenplay, this could be anyone's game, but I really hope it's Get Out. I think that's one of the things about the nominations for this year. It's like, it really could be anyone's game, no matter what category it is, and I don't think anyone will be mad or disappointed. Or maybe that's just me, because again, I haven't seen most of these, so I can't really say, but you know. Best adapted screenplay: Call Me by Your Name, The Disaster Artist, Logan, Yay, Molly's Game, and Mudbound. Not gonna go into too much, but I've only seen 2 out of these 5 nominees, and right now, to me, it's either Logan or The Disaster Artist. If Logan wins Best Adapted Screenplay, because, you know, I guess you can say it is adapting a screenplay from the Old Man Logan storyline in the comics. So, if that wins, awesome. I really just hope that Logan got a little bit more Oscar attention. Like, you could make a case for Hugh Jackman for Best Actor, Patrick Stewart for Best Supporting Actor in Logan, or Daphne King for Best Supporting Actress. And I don't know why none of them got nominated, so I guess even after Logan and after The Dark Knight, we still have a long ways to go before the Academy started taking comic book films a little bit more seriously as a form of art film in terms of film. So, but all the other ones, Best foreign language films, like some of these nominees, I'm just gonna skim over because not just because I haven't seen them, but because, and let's just have fun with the ones we really want to know. Best animated feature. Coco is a given to win. It's just no competition. You know, the Academy loves Disney and Pixar, so I think it's no question Coco's gonna win. But some love for the breadwinner, Ferdinand, surprisingly, Loving Vincent, and this is the one that's a head scratcher for me because The Boss Baby is nominated for Best Animated Picture. I'm like, huh? Like, did y'all even see The Boss Baby? Anyways, Coco, Best Animated Feature, hands down. We have Best Feature Documentary, Best Cinematography for Blade Runner 2049, The Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Mudbound, The Shape of Water. I haven't seen Blade Runner 2049, but I think it's definitely gonna go to that for Best Cinematography because Roger Deakins' cinematography, based off of what I've seen, the cinematography does look good. As you could also make a case for The Shape of Water. The cinematographer for that film was Dan Luskin. Please forgive me if I butcher your names. Next up is Best Film Editing, which we have Baby Driver, Yay, that was a surprise hit for me last year. Dunkirk, I think film editing is one of the ones I'll give you for Best Editing, because the way that film was edited, it was very fascinating, because I feel like for Dunkirk, it was all solely based on the editing and the way they portrayed the war aspect from a different point of view, and it was all in the editing. So I'll give Dunkirk that. So if Dunkirk wins Best Film Editing, I ain't gonna complain, but I really hope it's Baby Driver, I, Tonya, Shape of Water, and Three Billboards. Again, I haven't seen those 3, so can't really see on the editing, but they do look good. Best Sound Mixing for Baby Driver, Blade Runner 2049, Dunkirk, Shape of Water, and Star Wars The Last Jedi. Well, Star Wars always knocks it out of the park with their sound mixes, so I wouldn't be surprised if that wins. Baby Driver, if that wins, I'll really be happy. Best Sound Editing. Hold on. So they have Best Sound Mixing, this is Sound Editing. Okay, Star Wars The Last Jedi. If that wins, hey, I ain't gonna complain. Pretty much Best Sound Editing from the other ones. Except for... yeah, these are literally... man, you might as well combine sound editing and sound mixing. What the hell? You know what? My thoughts on Best Sound Editing is the same as Best Sound Mixing, so yeah. Best Visual Effects. Blade Runner 2049, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Kong Skull Island, Star Wars The Last Jedi, and War for the Planet of the Apes. There's a case to be Star Wars The Last Jedi will probably win Best Visual Effects in its sleep. Guardians, there's a good case to make for that, as well as Blade Runner and Kong Skull Island. But War for the Planet of the Apes, if that wins Best Visual Effects, I hope that is a win for Andy Serkis, because, you know, they've been, because I even remember when Best, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, that was nominated for Best Visual Effects as well, but it lost to Interstellar. And I was like, really, Academy? Really? Did you not see what Andy Serkis did for Dawn of the Planet of the Apes? What he did for that film in terms of motion capture was remarkable. So, I just really hope War for the Planet of the Apes win Best Visual Effects for Andy Serkis' sake, but it'll probably lose to Star Wars, which, again, I'm not going to complain, but just really? Alright, so next, Best Makeup and Hairstyling, which was won by Suicide Squad last year. Darkest Hour and Victoria Abdul in Wonder. Huh. Well, I haven't seen any of those, but I'm really curious about Wonder. I just didn't get a chance to see it, so. But I've never been too big of a fan of Best Makeup and Hairstyling because apparently anytime they make a movie that is a period piece, the Academy thinks that's best hair and makeup. I'm like, have you seen any of the sci-fi films? Like, you can make a case for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 for best hair, makeup, and styling. Like, I don't know, the Academy's weird. Best Costume Design for Beauty and the Beast, Darkest Hour, Phantom Thread, Shape of Water, and Victoria Abdul. My money's on Beauty and the Beast for that one, but I think it's really anyone's game for that, so, yeah. Best Production Design for Beauty and the Beast, Blade Runner 2049, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, and Shape of Water. I think that will be between Blade Runner 2049 and Beauty and the Beast for Best on Production Design. Because the production on those two films, well, I haven't seen Blade Runner yet, but the production for that looks like it's lived in and futuristic. And Beauty and the Beast, they really did their thing with that one, so I'll give them that. Best Original Score for Hans Zimmer in Dunkirk. I'll say not Hans Zimmer's best, but whatever. Phantom Thread, Shape of Water, Star Wars, and 3 Billboards. I think the original score category, that's anyone's game right there, so I'll give them that. Best Original Song, which I have had a love-hate relationship with in the past, like how they didn't nominate See You Again from Furious 7, but they didn't, and instead gave the nominations to Writings on the Wall by Sam Smith for Spectre. What was the other one? The Weeknd song Earned It by The Weeknd for 50 Shades of Grey. Now, I will say, as shitty as that film is, that is a good song. I will say that, but despite that, I don't think it's Oscar-worthy, though. But anyways, enough about the past. Let's talk about the now. So, Best Original Song, Mighty River from Mudbound by Mary J. Blige, Raphael Sadiq, and Tara Stinson. Mystery of Love from Call Me By Your Name by Sufjan Stevens. Stand Up For Something by Diane Warren. Yeah. This Is Me from The Greatest Showman. Stand Up For Something is from the movie Marshall, which I have another film I haven't seen yet, but I am definitely seeing that though soon. And of course, Remember Me from Coco, which I can already tell that's Remember Me is gonna win, no question. And let's see, any other important ones. And yeah, that is it for the Oscar nominations for the Academy Awards of this year. My overall thoughts is, again, this looks like this could be anyone's game with most of the nominations, but I'm really happy Get Out is getting a lot of Oscar love, especially for Best Original Screenplay and, what's the other one? Deo Coludo, and even Best Picture. If that sweeps up the awards, if it doesn't win at least one of those awards, yo. Sad that Logan didn't get much love. I was really hoping, I really thought that Logan was gonna get some awards recognition outside of Best Adapted Screenplay, but I guess not. Let's see, what other ones? Trying to think, is there any other things I feel got snubbed? Not really. So Otherwise, I feel like the Academy, for the most part, got it right, I guess. So, but I can't wait until March 4th so we see who the winners are. So, there's that. But that's it for this little Lassiter. That's it for this little Lassiter Factor podcast exclusive on the Academy Award nominations that have been released today. And be on the lookout for my next episode, which will be like a little retrospective on Eminem. So thank you so much for listening. And I am your host, Bradford Lassiter. You can find me on all social medias, just on Snapchat at Brad the Director, Instagram at Bradatron, Twitter at Bradatron, and you can find me on YouTube. Just type in my name, Bradford Lassiter. Thank you so much for listening, and until next time, peace.